this open, which is that order block here, and we want to see price displace quickly. You have the 3-minute, and in 25 seconds, you have this 5-minute. We want to see both of those become inverse. No. Cash cow. Yep, PMI in 20 minutes. It's also a half day. Now, if you did not enter on that, and maybe some of you decided to, if you didn't, how do you feel right now? Are you pissed off? Are you emotional? You relax, and if you take a loss, it doesn't matter. If you win, it doesn't matter. If you miss a move, it doesn't matter. Are you going to do a trade recap of your pre-market trade? Yeah, we can do that after the morning price. Beautiful, guys. You're relaxing, waiting for your model. Beautiful, Deji. I love it. Domi, that's a little more advanced, but yes. It went a little too fast. That's fine. Because remember, what this is now for those of you who are just waiting patiently, just like me, right? I didn't take it. Do you hear any different emotion in my voice talking? Do I sound upset? So from here to here, that could be your low-hanging fruit. This right here could just be your bread and butter setup, and you can make $500 a day. Wilson. April lows. I don't know, $500 consistently, Deji, is pretty good, especially for struggling traders. Too risky to short it. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's a high risk, but super tight stop, right? Super tight stop on it. Now, let's say I did enter this trade. If I did enter it, my risk would be off, and I would just let it do its thing. Because what I want to see inside of here, price should not return to this first presented now. He's going to wick us all out. No, you have 15 minutes before news. If price... Did you take anything yet? I took a short pre-market. I took it from here to here. I don't like break and retests. I was considering trading micro gold in the absence. Gold is fine. It's a little more manipulated, but you know that there's no issue with it. 9:30, first presented fair value gap of the day is on regular trading hours. Make sure, Zeku, make sure you have apostolic succession there, because some Orthodox churches will not have a bishop, right? So our bishops are and our priests are all counted all the way back to the apostles. That's what makes part of it the Orthodox Church. You'll have to go through your catechumen classes before you get either chrismated or baptized. Um. So now, any return up into here negates anything bearish for me. Big inefficiency like that, you expect to get filled. I liked the partial here because of that opening range gap high and taking this dealing range from here to here. B. Now you're done. You took one trade, you got stopped out break even, and now you observe price unemotionally attach and you see what it does. Right? So 5-minute fair value gap here and here trades to opening range gap high, negates the market structure shift. Now, let's see if it wants to go lower. When would you be confident to take this trade yourself? I would have wanted to not take this high out. That's what I was looking for. And I don't like shorting same direction over and over again. Mm-hmm. I see it, guys. I see I know you guys love SMT. I know you guys love it. I see it. There is no high time frame. So right now, get out of here, Callus. Right now, all we can do is play intraday liquidity. No change in the state though. Where would it be? Change in the state happened right here at 9:35. And change in the state also is not candle closure. It's as soon as the opening is traded above. That's 2023 mentorship from ICT. Will you explain why? Yes, Manva. Right after price does something. Because I want to tape read so people can understand my thoughts watching this. Deadgy. Big inefficient. You expect it to get filled? Not all the time. Not all the time. But because this inefficiency here had the 5-minute fair value gap inside of it, with the opening range gap, from my experience, I know that's a place where at all-time highs, price may reverse from. No, but seriously, jokes aside, full port? Yeah, full port long right now. Green light. I saw the ICT mentorship. Would you recommend that you still watch 2023? Yeah. But I recommend both of them. Yeah, Blake. The change in the state happens as soon as the opening of that candle gets traded above or below if it's a down close candle. I can find that video later when I'm in the car. I'll send you guys some order block videos from 2023. Thank you, bud. Are you on a trade? No, I'm risk off for the AM session. What's up, Richie? I thought the change is the last leg that took liquidity. No. An order block is a candle that offers a change in the state of delivery, and this one at 9:35 is higher than this one at 9:30 and 9:31. Yeah, because whatever the market structure that you're using, that higher time frame PD array negates that market structure shift SMC. And that's the basis of Cairo, right? Yeah, I have zero interest in doing anything long. Absolutely not. What are you going to long the very tip, the highest point the market's ever been without a dealing range? No, sir. If it closes above first presented, that becomes a reclaimed fair value gap. Yesterday meetings were well. Thanks, Wrath. We're finalizing stuff today. But I'm super excited for that mentorship. It's gonna be so much fun. Sandy. First presented for value gap is the strongest inefficiency of that AM session and throughout the week. Santi, can you explain why you like the 929 candle as low hanging fruit for the risky short? Because we're inside of that 5-minute BISI here. We completely repriced to the low and to the opening range gap low. I know that if price is really bullish, then that opening range gap high is going to be used as a quote unquote support area. Do you keep first presented all week? You can extend them 5 days forward. But I have 2 other screens. 2. Yes. Oh, I have to take my meds. Thank you, Jen. Gotta pop some perks. I have a water in here. Dinner was great. Thanks to you. Boom. So, do you guys see one? Look at low hanging fruit objective there. 2, the low risk that was involved to low hanging fruit, and then the return on how the return was not bearish. Did that all make sense? GG to yeah. Anyone who was fading me right there, give yourself a cookie. Any news on your mentorship? Yes, Blake. I am doing the mentorship. I'm joining Justin and Sarah in the mentorship, and I will be teaching in there. We'll do this pretty much every day. And the Sarah is Justin and I psychologists. Could this be manipulation? So you're leaving us? No, brother. I'm being here with you guys. I'm just going to be going in a little bit deeper. Yeah, same schedule. Nothing's changing for you guys. I'm just going into a little deeper stuff. I love you guys. I'm never going to leave you guys. Don't you worry. But just for those who want the little extra detail, sign up with my mentorship link so I know you joined for me. And you'll also get access to Justin and to Sarah in there. When you get your first payout, you're taking me to dinner. Take your family out to dinner, and you'll be good for me, brother. Arctotherium. But I was talking to Justin and the social media team. They're like, just change it to your real name, Chris. I was like, all right, I'll probably just have to end up doing that. Terraria name? Yeah. Lick me, dude. I got 1,500 for the mentorship. The mentorship is not the $1,500 thing Justin posted. Mentorship is 4,200, but it doesn't have to be paid in full, Krish. You get lifetime mentorship and lifetime tactile traders with the private videos, private courses, and access to me, Justin, and Sarah. I have no idea, Gabe. I just joined. You get Trade Path too? Nice. I bet you'll call. So, what I want you guys to study today, right? Are we still looking for shorts? No. Bearish order flow was invalidated for me. And this is now what I would look for. You guys use standard deviations in certain ways. However, a failed order block now turns into a bullish breaker block, right? You guys locked in and focused? A failed bearish order block turns into a bullish breaker block. Now, when you're doing standard deviations, you take the breaker block and you use deviations off of the breaker. How do you trade all-time highs? How do you know where to target? I'm answering that question for you guys right now. This is advanced breaker block theory. I will link the video for those that want to watch it. It's a pretty good video. I think you guys would like it. Do you have the standard deviation levels for us? Here are my deviations. I also bring it up to 8.5 when I need to. But this is TGIF stuff. This is basic fib. Optimal trade entry. Depends. Shouldn't shorts be less likely today because we had manipulation at yesterday's lows? No. I wanted to see before price rally to clean these lows up. That's what I was looking for. Where can I access Sarah's psychology section, part of the mentorship? Are you in the mentorship, Mimi? It is, I'll copy, it's in her room, under official. Why were you in her room? No, I love Sarah. Not even joking about anything like that. Listen, you guys, I urge. Did I just break my capsule? Pill. You guys do not need any mentorship. You do not need this server. In fact, I urge you to never buy anything I ever promote. Go to ICT's YouTube channel and learn it all for yourself there and put in the real work. That is literally all you need to do. I swear. How do I know I can stop watching videos when everything's boring to you? When you know and consistently see what price is doing every day. Yes, I did not have any mentor for besides ICT. You do not need anyone. You don't need me. You don't need Justin. You don't need anyone. You just need ICT. Sean, I sent this to you yesterday. I sent this to you this morning. All right, guys, I'm going to restart the stream because Discord's bugging again. Discord always starts acting up. I don't know. All right. Yeah. I didn't have any mentors. I didn't pay anyone anything to learn ICT. Everything is literally on ICT's YouTube for free, and he will teach it better to you than I will ever be able to do. ICT Yapping has some of the best gems I have ever heard in my entire life. You just got to be patient. It took me 2 years. I've been trading ICT for 2 years. Ben, I didn't see it. Sorry, brother. Send it again for me. Vig, open up a ticket. Can you show the way you use standard deviation again? These standard deviations are based off of the breaker block. It's advanced breaker block theory. And the video is here. Yep. Wrong on the bias today, but we are right about being wrong. And that's the key in trading. You have to be okay with being wrong. Being right about being wrong is the best way to handle yourself and control yourself, which is exactly why we said here any return up back into it negates bearish order flow. There's no more short. There's nothing here that tells you short. Every bearish PD array has been disrespected, and everything bullish has been respected. There's no bearish order flow. Zero. I am not going to ever long at an all-time high like this. It's just not me. It's not my trading style, right? I'm a contrarian at heart. I want to be going against what everyone else is doing. So with that said, I'm not going to force my personality to mold to something that doesn't fit me. You have to make sure what you're doing with your own trading is personal to you. If you like continuations like this, then take this unicorn model. There's nothing wrong with this. Everything but that, Mando. Everything but that. All right? You guys see how this is working? Yeah, full port longs right now. Right? Didn't we say full port longs right here? We said full port longs right here. Can you repeat the video? Sean, I sent it to you earlier in chat, and someone sent it to you twice now in this chat. If you have to push a button, do it on paper? Exactly. What about a bullish change in state delivery standard deviations? No. He's rage baiting me. Only 4 months of core content to watch? Only 4 months necessary to watch. 5 to 12 are in depth and not needed, but I love them. This week has been rough. Yes, that's what I said. I said that last week. Once you hit all-time highs, you're gonna have 1 to 2 weeks of shitty price and then 2 weeks of great price. Nothing that happened this week is going to be phenomenal. Yesterday was great. This move here is pretty fucking awesome. I mean, The short, I wanted to take that out first, but fine. And then Monday was. That's Friday. Where's Monday? Monday was nothing. But I want you guys to take note of how price is respecting these standard deviations versus standard deviations you would have. Did you take a trade yesterday? No. Justin's in his mentorship, bro. You gotta check the schedule. Look at how the standard deviations have been respecting versus how you would have drawn standard deviations. Daniel, be a little more. What specific settings? What made you convert to orthodoxy? Papal infallibility and the addition of the Filioque to the Nicene Creed. Is the breaker block wick to wick? In this scenario, yes. Yo, can you sneak me into the mentorship gang? You don't even need it. Just go to ICT's YouTube channel and put in the work. There's not going to be any difference. Chart colors? I hate giving out my chart colors, so I want to gatekeep them so bad, but yeah. You ready? You better take screenshots. 83 opacity. $61. This is just black. This is black. $100. I'm down to my last 300 drawdown. Should I just start a new account? It depends if you need the account. I think you hate me, Sean. I hate no one. I love you, brother, and my DMs are always open to you. Background. Don't you guys want to see price hit this -4 standard deviation? There you go. Are you looking for a trade now? I had my trade from here at 927.25 to this low here. Can you show your standard deviation settings? And then I also go -7, 7.5, 8, and 8.5. Betty, best of luck, brother. God bless. It's not that it's a mistake. It's just, well, I guess it would be a mistake. I wouldn't do it like that because that's not how you use standard deviations. If you're going to use standard deviations from a leg, you have to do it like this. It's from here to here. Right? You see the difference in this accuracy between mine and yours? This is what happens when you go listen to random YouTubers instead of ICT. You don't understand the actual thing that Price is doing. Mike, I found that if Price is going to go, Daniel, I have never gate kept. You just gotta ask the right questions. No, everything's on ICT's channel. Just go watch ICT. Go to the source of who made it all. You gotta ask the right Justin. I was reading Gab's comment on saying Justin. I was like, but I wanted to watch Justin, then watch Justin. Bro, you have free will. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. What's the best thing you would advise a non-profitable trader? to achieve profitability, size down and backtest and journal better, and not use Forex replay. Is the P&L wrong? Is P&L the only wrong thing here with my standard deviation? Oh, it's the only... Look, if you guys have backtested it properly, I think you're jealous of Justin. Brother, I'd love Justin. What are you talking about? This kid's got to be like 14. Yeah, like, what are you talking about, dude? Why don't you like Forex Replay? Forex Replay and... Fuck, who used this analogy for me? Iodato, I think. Iodato said... I think it was him. Said using... Because I was trying to explain it, and I couldn't... Alright, Sean. I was just making sure. We had a few trolls in here the past couple of days, so I think everyone's on edge a little bit. You're all good, brother. Don't stress it. I love you, man. Yeah. So Forex Replay. Forex Replay is using... Forex Replay is like going into a book, reading the last chapter, and then thinking you understand the entire book. You're mixing the context, you're missing the narrative, you're missing what actually works, you're missing what doesn't work. You're not focusing on where price came from, what it was doing before that, how long the accumulation was, how big was the range, how much drawdown would your trade expected, right? You're missing so many things by using Forex Replay or any of that type of bullshit, fake fucking journaling softwares. Don't do it. You're not going to get anything good out of it. Can you explain? Yes, we'll go over the first trade. Ben, send your question again. It got lost, I think. It's the only thing here wrong with my standard deviation. The only thing wrong there is you're using the continuous contract when we are not on the continuous contract. Then what would you use? You go into your old charts. This is how you backtest. You type in an old chart like this, and you go in and you mark every single thing inside of here. You can start from a high time frame analysis and you see what happened, why it happened, what it did. Why did price turtle soup this low here? What was the cause of this? Yes, it traded to this daily inversion, but this low here was a weekly fair value gap, which creates a market maker buy model. I think Justin just made easier ICTs complicating things. What's complicated about a liquidity sweep, market structure shift, fair value gap, and targeting the end of the range of liquidity? I hate you, Callis. Look, you guys can watch whoever you want. You can do whatever you want. All I'm telling you is what I did. What I did was I watched ICT, I got rid of all of the noise, and I just locked in. ICT is slow in some parts, but the long, overexpanded talks, that's the most important part of it. Those are the most important fucking parts, or the long talks that everyone hates. Do you know how many gems are in there? In one of the Twitter spaces that were 6 hours long, he goes, when there's 8:30 news and then 10 o'clock news, that's how you can anticipate a Judah swing. And he gave very specific instructions for that. Like there's so many things that go on that you guys don't know because the people you're learning from don't know. So just go to the source that knows. 1 o'clock. Is it totally enough for success just by watching Justin videos? Yes, absolutely. That you need one model, and that's it. You need one model. You need one model. You need to know it like the back of your hand, and that's all you need to do to perform. It depends. It depends. You know, my model may not be useful to some. Justin's model may not be useful to some. Some of ICT models might not be. You just got to pick something that you like and master it. No, I'm not recording. I need to start recording. In my opinion, the question doesn't make sense. You need to understand how price moves, not copy and paste exactly. Absolutely. Put the camera on, bro. My camera's packed up for this weekend. Can I message you? Let me put you right now with our back end guy. I'll get you sorted, Mimi. But yes, if in like 3 minutes Wob doesn't reach out, just message me, and then I'll put you in our group chat for someone to help you immediately. Yeah, it's on my YouTube. I need more YouTube video. That dude, Rat, that is sick. Yeah, ICT is also a modalist heretic, so I wouldn't listen to him about anything about God. Yeah, Nick and Joey. Jordan said that he just knows some. Yeah, exactly. That's it. All you need. You need one model, and you need to know how to execute on it. Some people aren't like that, and it doesn't fit them. ICT is a modalist, dispensationalist, and those are heresies of Christianity. But again, theology classes are not for live trading. I debated ICT on Twitter about the Trinity. And then he stopped and said, it was a good talk, but see you later. It's like, okay, that's fine. I reverted to glory to God, Mando. That's beautiful, brother. Just don't tell them that or they have to kill you now. Can you explain why you use the standard deviation on the breaker block? There you go. I trade forever model. I really learned a lot from Justin, and I'm sticking with it. That's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need. What are we looking for now? Nothing. I have no interest. Send more links? How many more links do you want? We sent you an entire 3 mentorships to watch. What model do you use the most, Chris? My models. Narrative is the most important, JB. Narrative and drawn liquidity takes priority over everything. So right now our draw is -4 standard deviations. So I don't want to cut you guys short because I love you guys, but I have to go soon. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to review the morning. Zeku, do not get me on a debate right now. Do not get me on a debate right now. Let's just get out of here and then we'll do a religion class another time. Go to Phi Beach Club? Bet, brother. I love you, Sean. All right, let's lock in for a little bit. Lock in. We said this is how we have low risk entries here. Turtle Soup, SMT, inversion of first presented, lower. Order block here, down, We said this would be your low-hanging fruit objective. Price moves higher. Any return up to here, we said this would be bullish. Reclaim first presented, breaker block, BISI, move higher. And now we're targeting -4 standard deviations. Did all of the morning make sense to you when we were tape reading it? This here is not a market structure shift because of that 5-minute BISI. Next week, Dar. Tomorrow's closed. Teat. Dude, Teat's awesome, dude. I love Teat. A BISI is a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. All right, this trade. No trading. Tomorrow's closed. Market's not open tomorrow. It's just from experience, JB. Because this candle offers the change in state of delivery lower. Krish, right here. I'll send you guys order block videos today. Just someone remind me. Guys, BISI and SIBI are fair value gaps. Right here. It's basic. It's literally the most basic start of ICT. Which is why you go to the source. All right. In here, we take the high out and we wick down. Inside of this, we're using the idea of the 2022 model. But when there's a very large high impact news driver like this, you're usually not going to see the 2022 model. So instead, what I'll do here is I'll sell here with a super tight stop loss. So if I take a loss, it's literally a paper cut and it doesn't matter. But if I win, now it's doing wonders for me. So you take the range low here to the range high. And here you have your quadrants. You have a volume imbalance right here. This here, order block, but it is also going to want to price lower, not only to equilibrium, but it's going to seek the inefficiency in here. Now, I sold here because of those overlapping this gray pool right inside of here. With that gray pool, what we have is time, right? How for the past month have I taught you guys to utilize the 9 o'clock hour? Putting it into a 3-hour candlestick. You expect that accumulation going into 9:30. So I'm saying in here, this is a likely place for the range low to be made going into 9:30. So I'm going to use that narrative and I'm going to trim right here for my low hanging fruit. And then you see that in my execution. Right? That is bread and butter setups, right? Why did I not target here? One, it's a half day, so I'm asking the market to do a lot. I'm really demanding a lot of the marketplace in a short amount of time. It can do it, right? We've ran higher, but it's still demanding the market to do a lot. Not quite 4% yet, or 4 standard deviations. And we're going into 9:30, so we're combining all of those things into an understanding of the market. What do you mean with a half? Today's a half day, brother. That's why I didn't take any longs today, because today's a half day. Market closes 1 o'clock. Not just the wick off the high, but using the narrative of the lows as a draw and inside of here as a draw. Do you guys... should we save this or should we teach it now? Hold on. Let me check something. Alright, do you guys want to learn a secret or not? Do you guys want to learn like an actual like ICT, like you have never seen this before and you will never see anyone else use this besides me because you don't want to listen to the long drawn out talks so you think they're fucking boring. You want to know how I know that price isn't going to go over here in this time during the macro or before the macro? Ryan, usually, but obviously it didn't today. So we know that this is a wick. All right, I want you guys to lock in. This here is a wick. Wicks are gaps, and it's used like this. But you know what else this wick can do? It can measure things. Watch what happens when I align 50% of this consequential encroachment to this high. Watch. The high of this candle is 919. So, gotta move it up one more. And here. The high of this candlestick is 936 and a half. From this consequential encroachment to this high is a projection to where this candle will make its swing high. Right there. That is 100% algorithmic perfection. And absolutely fucking nobody is going to argue with me about algorithmic delivery. You didn't get it? Yeah, shocked. There's so much stuff like this that you guys just don't know. How do you know which wick to pick? It's this long wick right here at the data point. Data candle goes higher with the buy side here. How much higher is it going to run above buy side? No, it's not always. You have to go in your chart, you have to back test, and you have to journal it. You have to find out when it works and why it doesn't work. I'm not doing the hard work for you. In this scenario, was a data wick. Maybe sometimes it's not going to be. How do you know when to use it? How do you know when not to use it? That's something for you to find out and see if it fits you in your trading. If it doesn't fit your trading, then don't fucking use it, right? Yes, there is ICT video on it. Where do you backtest then if not TradeZella? Like this. You go into your old chart and you mark up what happened. So if I want to view before this low resistant liquidity move higher, what price did, why did we sweep that low out? because it was trading into this weekly fair value gap with SMT at the lows inside of there. And then I'm going to back test and I'm going to journal how price delivered outside of this, how long it consolidated for, what time did it start the run, and how I could have entered throughout here. That's how you back test and then you journal it. A data wick is the wick formed from data, so 8:30. And guess what? When there's not 8:30 news, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's no 8:30 news. It's still an algorithmic time principle. Just like how if they get rid of if they just open the market 24/7, it doesn't matter. New day and new week opening gaps are still going to be there because it's all delivered based off of time. It's time-based delivery. It doesn't matter what they do. No, I don't want to put stuff like this in a video. This is for people who are engaged in the marketplace and want to learn. Zach, you extend it, the consequential encroachment to the high of the wick, and then this price target here will give you how much higher above buy side price is going to run like that. This is, yes, ICT taught this. This is how I learned it from ICT. We putting a trade in today? I already shorted here. I walked you guys through a bread and butter short here, and now we're watching for -4 standard deviations, brother. Is it for only 8:30 news? You got to find it there. You got to go into your own charts and you have to find it. But that's why Forex Replay fucking sucks. Because you're never going to be able to go back there with a plan and focus and look at every single wick. Look at every single wick in here and tell me if these things present themselves over and over and fucking over again, right? This is how you backtest. This is what you do. Old charts over and over and over. Right? 15-second charts. How fast do relative equal highs or relative equal lows get taken on a relative equal or on a 15-second chart? Right? There's so many things for you guys. And you know how I went right back. I know where these examples are. Right? I know all of these charts. You've never used a Fibonacci tool? It's right here. Right here. Fibonacci is, and then here's the fib settings. All right, guys. Well, I think that was pretty productive, if you ask me. I'm pretty content. Can you do one more example of the thing you just taught us? Now it's time for you to do it. So, guys, I think that's pretty content for today. Be safe this weekend. What are the other sections for the tool for? I have risk to reward tool, standard deviations, TGIF, quadrants, OTE. What about when you split things in eighths? Why do things not trade into the quadrants and they color outside into the quadrants sometimes? Because you can split it into eighths. Crazy, right? There's so many things you can do, but you have to do the work. It doesn't matter the time frame, Bob. Price is always fractal. Amen, Zeku. Absolutely. You just have to ask yourself, what is the justification of faith? No, absolutely not. The 7 sacraments are given to us by the grace of God. But what does it mean to have faith in Jesus Christ? For that, you have to go read James chapter 2. All right, guys. God bless. Be safe. And I will talk to you all soon. My messages are always open, guys. See you later. Love you, Teet.